My uncle took my virginity. Dear Pastor, I am 23 years old and I am a Christian. I grew up in a Christian home. I always attended church. All my siblings are Christians. I have 4 sisters and 2 brothers. 2 of my sisters are married and my brothers are also married. I told them that I am not interested in getting married and they always ask me why I am not, but I never told them. Pastor, I don't trust men. When I was 17, I asked my parents if I could go and spend a few days with one of my uncles and his wife. They said yes. I was so excited. I loved their home. One night, my aunt was not at home and my uncle forced me to have sex with him. I tried to resist him, but he threatened to SHOOT me and then SHOOT himself. I did not know what to do, so I yielded to him. When he was finished having sex with me, I went to the bathroom and put on pads, because I was bleeding. I was a virgin. I stayed there for the whole week. My aunt asked me if something was wrong because she noticed that I was not happy. I told her no, everything was all right. I pretended that I was happy. From that day until now, I don't trust men. The only man I trust is my father. He never troubled any one of his daughters. I don't trust that uncle. I don't talk to him. He tried to be nice to me by texting me to say happy birthday, but I didn't respond. He has asked me to forgive him. There is a young man in my church who loves me. I love him too, but I pledge that I will go to my grave without having a man, because I don't want anybody to know that I was raped. This guy has a good job. He is 25 years old and he told me that he wants to settle down. We are both college trained. We went to a seminar and we spent a lot of time talking together. I can't come to accept that he and I could have a future together. He may want to ask me lots of questions, including sex-related questions, and I wouldn't want to tell him that I was raped by my uncle. Pastor, what do you suggest that I do? SK.
Dear SK, I want you to know that not all men are rapists, and real men would love to know that the man who raped you will languish in prison. You made a big mistake by not reporting him to his wife when he raped you. This man you called uncle is a wicked beast. I understand why you did not report him. You were afraid, and he threatened you. I know that it has been 6 years since this incident occurred, but I believe that what you need is to make an appointment to see a psychologist for therapy. Your uncle has asked you to forgive him. I suppose that, as a Christian, you should, but you will never be able to forget the scars that he has left on your heart. And no one who rapes another should go unpunished. Many questions would be raised, such as, why have you waited so long to report him? You say that you hate all men, and yet there is this young man who loves you. You seem to have a little opening in your heart for him. You admire this guy, but you are afraid that he may ask many questions that you may not wish to divulge. Discuss this matter with a psychologist. I want to assure you that you have not done anything wrong, and while you are so very hurt over what happened, with therapy you can deal with the matter. When you are very comfortable with yourself, learn to go on dates, and the time may come when there will be so much peace in your heart that you can mention it to a man who would be very understanding and marry you. Pastor.
Shake my head, but when I read stories like this, it really makes me see why a lot of ladies dislike men to the point they hate men. But the truth is, there is always good in the bad. That so-called uncle is indeed diabolical and should have been reported, but he manipulated the writer into silence, and unfortunately there are many cases like this that happen in Jamaica, in the US and around the world. Too many in fact, but these kinds of men tend to be good at the evil they do, ironically. I am glad the writer found someone she can love again, because I would be truly disheartening to know she gave up on men because of one sick-head man. Unfortunately, a woman's past matters to a man who will take her seriously, so eventually that guy she fell for will want to know if she is a virgin, and it may come up how she lost her virginity, so SK have to just be prepared for that mentally, because if she refuses to share, there is a possibility that the guy backs away thinking that she is being dishonest. I really hope the writer gets some help. This guy she loves will be able to show her that not all men deserve to be hated. Anyway guys, please subscribe to the channel for more relationship stories so that you can learn how human nature affects relationships. Let's check out some relevant comments.
Henry said, I really have a hard time with females who were raped and keep it to themselves. Imagine your uncle took your virginity just like that and you're going to make him get away with it. Tell your parents and report him to the police. He should go to prison. Kwashi replied to Henry, the trauma of bringing shame onto themselves and then possibility of being painted as a liar or a tease outweighs the secret. The same could be said for boys and men who suffer the same fate. Sad. Mike commented, you are an intelligent young lady, right? So, why are you writing Pastor? An intelligent lady would seek professional help a long time ago. Get the picture. Nikki replied, Grape has a psychological effect on its victims, so questioning the intelligence of this young lady just shows how incredibly ignorant you are. She's seeking help now and that's what's important. She doesn't have to do things in a timeline set by you or anyone else. Key said, I strongly suggest telling your immediate family. They seem very supportive. And the last comment comes from Courtney, it is still not too late to report that nasty man. You need closure. You can obtain closure by reporting this nasty man both to his wife, as well as to the police. You can put your report both to the police, as well as to his wife in writing. Please consider reporting this nasty man. Your path to recovery should start from there.
Well guys, I cannot truly comprehend what the writer went through when she was taken advantage of or what she has been going through since that incident, but I really hope those of you who may have experienced something similar have found the courage to either report the person or if not at least find the strength to forgive the person and still go on to live a happy life creating healthy bonds with others despite knowing the cruel side of human nature. Sometimes these people themselves are broken and this is not me making excuses for them. They should have never done what they did, which would have prevented everything, and as we all know, prevention is definitely better than cure. So, please do not fall into despair or become something you hate or hate a whole group of people for a type in the group. Please take care of yourself. Thank you for watching the video to this point. Subscribe to the channel and like the video to help the video get to someone who can learn from it. I'll check you in the next one. Love.